chokes and neck cranks. I'm going to show you first how to slide in a choke. Very important, all right? Let's do this first. There are two chokes. One, crushing the windpipe choke, and you have one that you bring your opponent to sleep. That one I prefer because you don't really harm him. He just falls asleep. If you put him on the side, he will wake up later on and nothing is really damaged. But the crushing the windpipe, you're really going to hurt him. I actually thought in the beginning that I could hold that choke, and that resulted in, I think, eating liquid food for about 4 days after one training session. That was my first training session ever, and they choked the hell out of me, and they did the windpipe crush, sorry, and I couldn't eat for 4 days. So if you like your opponent or your training partner and you don't want him to do it back, don't do that one. I'm going to show you first. Always slide in a choke. Never go just around him and take this, because nobody is going to sit here and wait for you to get you to choke like that. Most of the time, their jaw, they're covered, the neck is up, the shoulders are up. It's difficult to choke somebody, so you have to slide it in. You have to have like this, make it like a knife. It's got to be sharp because you have to slide it in. You start here, you press against his neck, and you go all around till you're here. This is the blood choke, by the way. I'm going to grab the biceps, and now I'm going to push the back of his head. First of all, makes it all way more tighter. Second of all, he cannot headbutt me, which only is going to make me more angry, and then I'm really going to choke him on it. But still, it makes it more compact and tighter. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to squeeze my arm together like this, and I'm going to pull my shoulders backwards. This is the thing that a lot of people don't do. Pull your shoulders backwards. So you're here, have the choke, and now I choke, and I pull my shoulders backwards. That's the choke, the blood choke. To crush the windpipe choke, you slide it exactly the same. You slide it in, only now you're going to stop here. You see, it already happens. Grab your hands together, and what you're doing now, again, is don't pull all the way. The only thing you have to do is keep these two hands here at the same spot, and now I'm going to pull my right shoulder backwards, and then it taps. Now, the cross face. This is very important, because if you do this wrong, it's not going to work. Listen, this is his cheekbone, and here you got his jaw. In between, you're going to cross face him. Needless to say, you have to slide it in, just like any other choke. If you don't slide it in, you're doing it wrong. There's only one right way, and that is sliding it in. I'm going to repeat this many times in this chapter, because a lot of people forget it. They always do it wrong. Another part, you don't do it with this big part of your wrist, because obviously that is bigger than this part is. You need to be in between here. This you will simply push off. There will be no grip. But if I slide it in and I go with my wrist, and it's actually going to hurt him, so I'm not going to do it too hard, and I'm really going to hold it tight. He cannot move his head anymore. He cannot move it upwards and backwards. There's no way. I lock his jaw in between his jaw and the cheekbone. Okay, so slide it in. Very important. Slide it in and keep it to your chest as tight as possible. The first choke I'm going to show you is the guillotine choke. And why do I show you this? Because it was the first choke that I knew. And I knew it very well. So when I went to Pancras, I choked many people, many opponents out with this choke. All right, here we go. We can do this from many positions. We're going to show you, I'm going to show it to you from this position right now. But later on, I'm going to show you from different positions. When somebody rushes in, you're going to go for a choke. But first things first, hand. Again, we're going to slide it in. We press it against the side of his neck, and we're going to slide it under his jaw. This is very important. You have to slide it in and keep contact with his neck. Now grab your hands together and keep everything as tight as you can. For him, escape would be to go to the side. We go over that a little bit later. But first things first, I'm going to finish him off by putting him in my guard. 1, 2, this. Hook it, and now I'm going to pull with the sharp piece of my wrist. I'm going to pull it upwards, and that is a choke. Simple guillotine choke. Fight!
Get out of the corner, Jason.
The defense for this choke is to not get caught, of course, and go to the side right away. Don't let him put the guard around you, okay? So keep control over his legs and go to the opposite side. If the choke, if your head is going to be here, your legs are going to move to that side, and of course the other way around. If my head is going to be on this side, I'm going to move my legs to that side. I simply control his legs so he cannot put the guard on me, and then I go to the side. Watch. He's got me in the side choke, and he's trying to put the guard. I'm simply pushing to the side, and now I'm laying here. Now watch. I'm still having a lot of pressure on my throat. See? He can still maybe finish me. But I'm going to turn my face like this. Now he can pull whatever he wants to pull. And see, I can even keep talking. Although it's a little bit different, the speech, but I can keep talking. And most certainly, I can keep breathing. So I dig my jaw into his rib cage. That is my first defense. And now I want to break the guard or his hands. Why? Because I don't want to stay here. Push his face to this side, and now the harder he's going to hold me, and I'm going to push myself up, the more power he will receive on his neck. You're neck cranking him. So if he keeps holding you tight, he's neck cranking himself. Simply push yourself upwards. He has to let go. All right, but sometimes you cannot stop him. Maybe he's really fast, and he does. He is going to get you in the guard, all right? So let's go for that situation right now. He jumps me, and he jumps right away, and you think, uh-oh, this is bad, because normally this would be a finish. It's not. If you know what to do, you can get out. First of all, you have to do this. I'm going to turn him so you see this. Stick one arm in here and push it outside. That's the first thing you're going to do. Then, on top of that, you're going to, again, twist your head to the side. You're going to dig your jaw into his rib cage here. You see now the pressure is not on your throat anymore, like that, but it's going to be on the side. Trust me, he can pull whatever he wants to pull, it's going to be on the side. And of course you don't want to stay here, and you want to get out, and if you want to get out, you have to let his hand go, but make sure that your face stays like this, otherwise he's going to readjust. And watch what I'm doing with this side here. I'm putting my knee here, so he cannot twist to the side. My knee is from here to here. Now I'm going to let go and cross face again, and I pull myself out. Another escape from him, at least, an escape attempt, but now I'm going to counterattack it. I'm going to make it into a different choke. Watch. I got him in the guillotine, but now he sticks his arm in right away. Okay, that's not that bad. Push his arm to the side, here, all the way to this side. Grab your own biceps, put your hand on his back. That is, if it's possible, because some people are bigger and then maybe you cannot do it. But if you can, hold it here and now just squeeze everything together and he will tap. And another choke we can do here. If his head is straight here, which would be very stupid of him to do, but hey, it's always possible. They rush in and you take the opportunity while it's there, okay? So right away you go there. Nobody gives you a submission. You got to go for yourself. It's all about reflexes, so you have to train a lot. Normal. Okay, this time you're going to press with your belly. You're going to press his head down, and you simply go under here with your hands. Again, they're slitting like this. It makes it really tight, and you slide underneath his jaw, like that. And now I'm going to press with my belly forward, and that's also a choke. You have to do it fast though, because he can jump to the side, and again, then he might escape. So just go really fast, press your belly forward, and let him tap. The escape for this move would be to stand up, be higher than him, and then twist your head to the side right away, and go again to the side. Later on, I show you what you can do more. You can actually pick him up and slam him down like a rampage style. Okay, but first of all, let's show this. He's got me in a choke, in front, and he's pulling it. It's on right now. Stand up and move to the side. That's it. Stand up and move to the side. The choke's here. At the moment I stand up, I already release the pressure, and then when I move my head to the side, the choke is going to be on the side of my neck, which is only a little bit painful, but it's not going to do anything. And then, when I do this, he's got it, and I go to the side. The only thing I have to go is to this side. Now, there's nothing you can do, and I actually, if I want, I can do a few funny things with him. I can actually pick him up from here, maybe I can go even this, lift him up, and slam him down. This time we are going for a neck crank, and now we have to cross face him. So again, slide it in, otherwise it won't work. And as always, it's the situation you're in. You got to do this fast, because of course otherwise he can escape. So I would suggest with all these kind of chokes, make him fast, let him tap fast, because otherwise you can't escape the situation. I will show you right away after this how to escape this one. Okay? We're sitting here in front. Now I'm sliding him across face from here to here. So I'm going to have him exactly like that. And you see my wrist is in between his jaw and his cheekbone. So it's tight. I'm going to grab his triceps and I'm going to grab my own wrist. And now I'm going to push my chest forward, and now I'm going to lift him up and break his neck. Very dangerous. If you do it fast, he will break his neck. Also, if you think, oh, this is not going to go right, you can slam his hand out here, down, and go for the choke now. And now you choke him. That's the thing that you can do too. The escape is to get the pressure off your neck. And how do you do that? Very easy. Just get up higher than he is. So you stand up. You have to stand up. So if he gets the choke, or the neck crank, see he's neck cranking me right now. He's grabbing everything together. It hurts. Stand up. Make sure that he is not going to stand up now too, because then you're going to be in trouble again. So what you need to do is to get out real fast, and the way of that is to go with the neck crank. Don't go against it, of course, and then slip out and get out. We do one more time so you can see how it goes when it goes fast. Well, what I do is this. I get neck crank to this side, and my head gets pushed down, so I cannot go this way. It's normal, you understand. I have to go this way to get out, so I have to rotate my body and pull it out. Corkscrew myself out. Get it, up to the side. I'm going to start up, and from here, I'm going to get out. I move my head like that, and I'm going to slip out. All these chokes and that neck crank that we just did, you can also do, of course, from standing position. This is pretty much where it always happens, not from on the knees. It's always happening when somebody rushes in and tries to take you down. Best thing, once you get the guillotine, jump backwards and get him in your guard so he can't escape. That is if you feel that it's underneath his jaw. Because if you feel that you're going to lose the situation, the choke, the guillotine choke, then I wouldn't jump in the guard, okay? So first be very sure that it's underneath, you got it tight, and then you jump back. So when he rushes in and you feel it's tight, that's the moment for you right away to go for this guillotine, and then you pull. All right? The defense for this guillotine choke, I learned the hard way. The first time that I trained with Marco Huas, Marco shot in on me, I got him in the guillotine, and there I thought, I got you. And then 2 seconds later, I was laying on my back. He lifted me up, and he really slammed me down, like Rampage. So I always say Rampage style, because that's just a guy who can slam people really, really hard, all right? This is what he did. I shot him, so this was Marco, and I thought now I have him, he being me right now. Marco bent his legs, went underneath, in between his legs, lifted me up, and he slammed me down. Now I let him slowly down, but normally, of course, you can slam him down. Again, remember to rest your head, very important, so the pressure is up, and now cross-facing to the center, and pull yourself out. He's on all fours. We have to stretch him out. I'm going to show you the way to stretch him out, and from there, I'm going to show you a few different chokes, okay? And different neck cranks. But first, stretch him out. I'm going to go here and grab his wrists. Keep it tight, and now I'm going to push him forward. If I push him forward and I keep his wrists on the floor, his wrists are going to end up under his chest like this. 1, 2. You see? They're here. This is exactly what you want. If you go real fast now, you have one go, you can slide under, go for a choke, and finish it off. Major importance is that you keep your feet crossed here behind. Let's turn to the side. And look at my feet. They're crossed. I have to do that, cross them, because then he can't get out. If I do this, you can put one foot in between and you can get up on his knees again. Go back on your knees. Sit up. Just sit up. Or even turn to me. So make sure your feet are crossed. Okay, we're in this position. We already stretched him out. Now he's smart. He's got his jaw on his chest. He knows I'm going to choke him. He's going to defend already, all right? So, but I still have his hands here. Once I'm going to let his hands go, he will defend with his hands. He's going to bring him to his jaw. It's going to be very difficult. So you got to go fast, hopefully faster than him. So you visualize yourself doing the whole situation again, which is, with my left hand, I'm going to go out and slam his forehead open, and the right goes right away under, and then I'm going to choke him. Then we're going to do fast. Okay, so we're laying here, we're visualizing, clap, 1, 2, and we got him. That's another one, okay? Now we defend with his hands. I'm sorry. As you can see, we are working very hard, and we're sweating very hard. Defending your neck. Put your hands here. Okay, he's defending the choke now. Now it's going to be more difficult. Now we really need to slide in. Like I said before, really need to go from here. Otherwise it's not going to work. And we have to bring his head up. Now there are a few tricks to do it. We can pull his hair, but let's say the guy is bald and we don't like to pull the hair, so let's not go for that one. Another good one is bring the finger under his nose here, or your whole head, as you see, and that will bring it up too. Finger or the whole head under his nose and force it up. And there's another really nice one. I like this one. It's a neck crank. I'm cross-facing him and then I neck crank it up. If I do the cross-face really powerful, in between the cheekbone again and the jaw, and I slide in, I can crank his jaw up, and then with my other hand, I'm going to slide under. I can cross-face him like this, see, and I bring it up, and I slide under, and I go for a choke. Now, and from this position, the last thing that we can do is another neck crank, neck pull, very effective. Watch this. You have to do it real fast, because now I have to let my feet go. Once I'm going to let my feet go under his feet here, because I stretched him out, he's going to sit up or he's going to turn into me. So I got to move fast. He cannot know what I'm going to do right now. First of all, we're going to cross-face him to the side, here. If I cross-face him to that side, I'm going to let my legs go, and I'm going to jump with my legs to this side. 1, and now I'm going to go here, 2. Now, once you're here, you see there's nothing underneath here. I'm leaning on his chest. If I lay too low, it's not going to work. If I lay too high, it's not going to work. You have to lay here with your weight, in the center of his chest. 1, the cross face here. And now I'm going to pull here. I'm twisting and I'm pulling backwards. It's a double motion. Again, it's twisting and pulling backwards. So sitting here, twisting and pulling. Watch out in training with this one, because it's very dangerous for the neck. Turtle position again. Okay, cross face first, and we're going to grab him here by the triceps. This is important, because we're going to keep controlling him with this. I want to turn him, so I'm grabbing also his foot. Okay, now I've got to force him forward like this, and keep pulling, as you can see, this triceps here, this arm. I keep pulling, because I want him totally on, totally on his back. Once he's on his back, I do this. Watch. I put my knee here. Now I go around his neck, and there we have that same choke again. Grab the bicep, and now squeeze down. The next one, same thing. We're going to roll him, but now I'm not going to start with the cross face. I'm going to go underneath here, but that is going to feel strange for him. So you got to go fast now. You know something's going to go up. I also want to lock this shoulder already a little bit up with my neck here. Now, with that everything already in my mind, I also have to grab his leg because otherwise, once I start turning him, he simply is going to put out his leg and I can't turn him, so nothing happens. So I got to make sure that I can turn him. So everything I have to do in one motion. So sitting here, I'm grabbing this foot, go to the side, and I catch already a little bit here. Throw there, keep the pressure on here, keep pushing to the side. From here, we're going to go to the other side, and now we're going to grab the biceps, and we have a side choke. Okay, again, it's all a surprise move. You have to react fast, okay? Otherwise it won't work. And if it doesn't work, well, you go to a different position, a different submission, whatever you do, keep moving and keep your control, all right? Here we are, we grab, put to the side, oh, see? Now I simply have to move all the way around, but I do have the side choke. All right, he's on all fours. If I would start digging right away here, he's going to defend. He's going to know that I'm going to go for a choke. So I'm going to move a little bit to the front, to here. And I'm pressing his head down with my belly, and I put my hand just next to his head, here. I don't go under his jaw yet. Later on, I will do it when I move all around him. I'm holding his hip because this, I'm going to pull with this hand, I'm going to pull myself on him. And then while I'm pulling myself on him, the choke is going to slide underneath his jaw. Watch. I'm sitting here, pushing, and look at this hand, waiting, whoop, and there we go, for the choke. Finish it off. And here we are, another one. First of all, I'm going to neck crank him, okay? And I do it like this. Very easy. There's nothing that he can do. It's only his hip would be looking up, but that would be very stupid because then I go underneath and I can go for a choke. Okay, so he probably won't do that. But now I gotta react fast. I gotta make, again, like I say, every time the cross face, because it's cross face here, very tight, and with this bone. He cannot escape. I gotta keep his head against my chest. There can be no space in between. I have to keep it real tight, otherwise he will escape. I'm going to do it first slow, and then a little bit faster. This one I'm not going to do full speed because it's quite dangerous, okay? First, think first, neck crank. From here, grab the hand, and now I'm going to create space. I'm going to go backwards a little bit. I'm going to throw him on his back, and I'm going to lean forward. Look from this side. I have space here in the back. I'm going to crank him forward and I'll cross face him to this side. And now I'm going to push my chest forward like that. As long as you keep his head against your chest, everything's going to be good. If you leave a little space, he's going to miss it. One more time. I do it a little faster. And it's a real good move, trust me. In training, I tap many people with this. Cross face, and from here you go one. And you got it already. See it? Right. Here's an all fours again. We got to create a little opening here because his hand is here. See? And he doesn't let me in. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to push this one to the side. Again, like I did before, I'm going to step in now. And I'm going to grab this arm. I keep it tight. And now I'm simply going to crank it to this side. You can't roll out because I caught his arm. Here we go. First one from the side mount. It's going to be a side choke from the side mount. Okay. Now, first of all, I would like to bring this arm over to this side. How I can do that is laying like this, pushing the arm to the side, but keep holding the shoulder because if I do this only, he might roll out that way and he's going to escape. I don't want him to escape. Okay? So once I twist, and I'm going to push this arm over to this side. I'm going to lean on it with my chest. Okay? Make it tight. And grab his wrist. Now from this position, I'm going to open up here, and I'm going to kind of neck crank him, and there's a little space here. And that space I'm going to use to slide my arm in, put my arms around, and I'm going to reposition him so that you guys can see it from this side. I'm going in, I'm grabbing my biceps, and from here, I grab his head, and I do this. I push his head to the side, and I'm going to squeeze everything together. I'm going to push this arm in this artery, and my biceps is going to cut off this artery. So he's going to get choked out. 1, 2, Now, flat on my body, and squeeze everything together, like that, and that's the choke.
Keep going, Buzz. Lift him over. Sit, Buzz. Lift him. That's it, Buzz. Squeeze. Squeeze, Buzz. Squeeze. Squeeze. Give up. Squeeze, squeeze. Got him, Buzz. Got him. Give up. Give up. Give up. Hard, Buzz.
He's not dead.
Give up. Stand up. Lift him up.
Another side choke. I'm in the side mount, and he's pushing on my throat. This is exactly what I want to have. Push the arm to the side and catch it. Catch it even better like this, with the jaw, okay? Jump over to the other side, grab your biceps, and squeeze everything together. Billy taps. I'm going to show you a few defenses for a side choke, okay? First of all, I got to give this one to Alex Stiebling, the credit for this one, because he was fighting Alan Goes, which is a very good submission artist, and he couldn't finish him, and he simply was answering the phone. That's what they call it. He was doing this, watch this. That was his defense. Just simple, answering the phone. But when I came home, I thought, there has to be something I can do now, of course. So I figured, hey, wait a minute, his hand is here. Why not grab this wrist, push it forward, and make a wrist lock? That was already an option to do. And another option was this. Pull his arm out, and now pull it to this side. Okay, so pull it out, and pull it to this side. An arm bar to the side. You have to be strong for that, and you have to pressure hard, very hard with your head to the right, and pull with your arm to the left. A little note for a side choke that I want to show you. If you want to make it really tight and so that he cannot escape and pull his arm out like this, look at him and lock this arm up with your own jaw. Again, you need pressure and power, and your neck needs to be strong, but do this and look at him like this, and now finish him. Okay? If I do this, he cannot pull his arm out. So that is very important. Now, I'm caught in the side choke. Best escape, like I said, if he doesn't have a jaw here, and he can pull it out, but right away, what I would do is right away this. Right away, move your arm out of there, because otherwise you're going to get choked. So you know you got a choke on your throat, simply turn to him, and there's nothing anymore, okay? So that would be the first thing. But if he's very strong and he's pressing really hard, I can do this, whoa, a little slower. I'm almost passing out already. I bring my leg up, and I grab my feet together, and I do this. I'm breaking it up. You see, I create an opening. And now from this opening, suddenly I'm going to let go, and I'm going to pass. So that's another way to escape. Then we have, of course, like we said, answering the phone. You take the choke, answer the phone, and push to the side. That's a good way, and even better if you support it with his arm. Okay? And then twist a little bit to him. So now you feel, you can see there's a lot of pressure. The veins probably popping up in my face right now. I want those veins to get away. Push here and turn a little bit to him. There's nothing you need to do right now. We can pressure whatever he wants. You see, I can even stop and keep talking. All right? That was another one. Another one from the side mount position. Now, not everybody is going to give you something. You have to work for it, okay? So wait for the right moment, and then out of nowhere, you're going to push this arm up. Why? We're going to need some space here. This is where I'm going to put this hand, okay? So if he's laying like this, we're sitting, we're moving around, so we push, and it's here. Keep this very tight. Also, keep this hand here. Everything, keep him tight to you, so he can't do anything. He can't roll out. Now, normally, you can already let him tap. If you're going to be fast, that is, grabbing the top of his head and pull it here, like this. He will tap. But if you want to make it a little bit more tight, you're going to have to bring your foot over to this side. This is how I'm going to do that. I'm moving him a little bit like this, so you can see how I get out. I never stand up high. I told you many times before, keep everything very compact, okay? So I twist my body a little bit to the side. Watch. I'm going to step off, and I make it real tight. And now, together with my knee pressing, my arm stretching, and my right hand, if I do everything together, and I pull, he's going to tap. The escape for this particular move. First of all, I got to keep everything very tight because if I'm just sitting here, he's going to push this off and he's out, okay? So I got to keep him very tight to me, like this, 1, 2. But still now, because we're slippery, he can still manage, if he explodes, to get out. Okay, my answer for that is just go right away for that neck crank. Do everything in the blink of an eye, neck crank him right away because then he can't get out. Watch. I'm sitting here, pushing it up, and right away go for the neck crank. Don't give him a second. Don't go 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Sit here, push it up, neck crank right away, pull it. That's it. Then there's no escape. The last thing I want to say about this move is I showed you to do this. 1, 2, 3, remove, make it tighter, and do this. Okay, I would suggest you to do that if you're wearing a gi, because then this is very compact, it's very difficult for him to slip out. I will do the other crank without the foot if you're fighting without a gi, because it's way faster and then he can't escape. Same move, but now his arm is here and not here. So we have a side mount and we're here. Officially, he could escape right away, but that's escapes and reversals. That's that chapter, not this one. Okay, so we got to move fast now. First of all, bring the arm up again, put your hand here, move to the side right away, put your foot here, and now neck crank him to this side. And watch, what I also can do is neck crank him and lean forward. So what I'm doing is twisting and leaning forward. There are two things. One, and then the push forward. Again, this move, you got to go fast. I'm sorry, but I don't want to do it fast. This move, I don't want to show you on real speed because something might happen. This is just a move that's really dangerous. All right, one more time, slow motion then. His arm is here now. You sit, keep him tight, push up, 1. Now you got to move fast. I will make the move fast, but not the crank. Here, whoop, and now you got him. That's it. Crank and push forward. That's it. The escape. Well, the escape is get out of there as fast as you can. But, like I said, in every submission, he doesn't know what I'm going to do. So if I do it real fast, I might catch him. But if he's real fast and real smart and he feels the neck crank coming right away, hey, his arm is here. He can get out the back door as fast as he can. Look, I'm laying here and I'm doing this. Right now, he can get out of there. And he's going to try to turn, maybe kick me away, or maybe even stand up. Whatever he does, he's going to escape. Another one from the side mount. We had this with arm bars too. Control him like this. We're going to bring in here the arm, grab the tricep, and lean on his chest. Now I'm going to knee him in the head. What is he going to do? Yes, that's right. From this angle, he's going to defend, So he's going to forget about an attack that I'm going to make right now. So I'm going to block, knee him, and from here, I'm suddenly going to slide underneath here. I'm going to grab, you see where I am? All the way here, I slid it in. I'm going to grab it with my other hand, jump over him, underhook, and now I'm going to explode up and pull. The defense for this move is that he has to react at the moment he feels that I'm sliding in a choke. But I'm kneeing his head, so I'm distracting him. So he's probably going to feel that too late. But if he has got really good reflexes, he might stick his knee in and then push himself away. That will be the escape. Check it out. I have him here. I knee him. He doesn't know anything right now. But now suddenly he feels a slide. He moves. And now he can push himself away, and I cannot hold him. That will be the escape for him. But if you do it in a blink of an eye, again, like I said before, make it fast, rehearse it, train it, then probably you're going to finish him with the move. Neck crank. We have him from this side. We're pulling him up. We have been in this position before. Grab the triceps, lean on the chest. But now I'm close to him. I'm not really leaning on him. No, I'm very close to him, because I don't want him to turn to me. So I'm locking this shoulder up by being very close to him. And now I'm going to push his face to the side, and I'm going to lift his shoulder up. Because I lift his shoulder up, you see, his face has to go this way, and he's going to be neck cranked, okay? But keep this arm here. So you neck crank him like this. Because if you're going to push like this, maybe he pushes your arm up. He's going to use this arm. So keep this here, keep the arm locked, lift his shoulder up, and now simply push everything down. Go like that. Okay, the defense. First of all, make it real tight and fast. Let him tap fast. Don't give him the time to react and to escape, okay? But let's go over it. First of all, I make everything really tight and I'm squeezing. Now watch, my thin part of the wrist is in between his cheekbone and the jaw. So you just cannot push it off really easy. I gotta push here hard and I gotta crank him down. 1, 2, and now I'm gonna crank him. But what can he do? He can pass my arm. Now it's gonna be more difficult for me. Now I gotta do something else, like go arm, go for like an arm bar or something, step over, different arm bar. Auto submission, but like I always say, if you go for a neck crank, try to finish him with the neck crank. Position, we start again the same as the other one. Grab the tricep and lean on the chest. From here, start kneeing him, maybe to the head or maybe to the body, whatever you want to do. Now from here, slide around and go underneath his armpit, and your fist right away goes to a hand. So place your hand flat on the ground. Now I'm pressing against his shoulder because I don't want him to escape. I'm going to jump over to that side. I'm going to stick one leg out, otherwise he can escape again. And I'm going to give him a crucifix. I keep control over this arm though when I jump over. This is very important. Okay, so from here, I jump over to this side, keep pulling here, and now I'm leaning back, and then I crucifix him. A few things that I want to talk about. Make sure that his shoulders are as close to the ground as possible. Okay, this is very important. And keep your feet forward there. It might be 1 foot or 2. It's up to you. 1 foot most of the time is the fastest, just the fastest way. But if you don't have a foot there here and he walks now backwards, you're going to lose the control and he's going to escape. So it's very important that when you jump over, right away you throw your leg out, at least one leg. The escape, of course, there's an escape here, a very easy one, because he's not going to stay here for me to hit him. He can go right away for an escape. He goes back there. Still, when I got him, see, he only has to peel it off, and he's going to get out. I'm going to be here. Now I got to work all over again. Got to pass it to the side, and then keep going with the submissions. But that's a whole lot of game. Side mount. I call this one a golden ollie. You have to do it fast though, and this one would work the best later into a fight when people start breathing heavy. You know, that's a perfect moment for you to apply this hold. First of all, go for a distraction. Maybe do this, so he's going to stretch his legs. He's going to forget something. Now, see what I did? I went underneath his arm, go over it, go under his neck, and now I'm just going to squeeze everything together and apply pressure on his throat. The escape for him would be to turn to me in an explosive way right away. Oh, there. That would be an escape. Okay? So, if you lay in that position, explode to this side right away. If the person is on top of you, if that's a very heavy person, if it's Bob Sapp, you're going to be in trouble because then you cannot explode out. But the only way to get out is explode to this side. All right, now we're sitting in this position. So obviously I moved from the side mount and I went for an arm bar. I'm going to trick him because I want to go for a triangle choke here. Watch. I'm going to stick this foot in here and I'm going to open up. And now if he would take the bait, he would come right away to me. That would be the best thing. I only have to lock it, squeeze it over here, squeeze everything together, and to keep it, to make it a little bit more tight, watch my foot, bring it to this side in, and squeeze everything together. And you're choking. You got, of course, also an arm bar here, but you choke, we went for the triangle choke. Now, if he doesn't come up, you can help him up. You can do exactly the same thing from this position. But you're going to do it a little different than a normal triangle choke. Okay? Keep holding his arm. Keep holding your arms here. Okay. Keep holding this. Grab his head and pull it up. Simply pull it up yourself. This leg here, the calf, is going to go and cut off this artery right here. And now you're going to go behind the back of your knee, your other knee. Now you have to cut off the other artery with this arm. How are you going to do that? Push here and squeeze everything together. And that's also a triangle choke. One more time, we're going to change positions now, okay? I'm going to move from one side to the other side so you guys can see both positions. It's better. Stick one hand in here, bring this one up. Hey, he doesn't come up, so help him. Grab him by the head, pull him up as tight as you can. This calf slams to the side, this one goes behind the knee, and now you make everything tight. From here, now I'm going to move. See? I'm going to squeeze everything together as hard as I can, and I'm going to push this arm into his artery and squeeze. Same effect as a triangle choke. And here we are again in the same position. We're going to do exactly the same beginning of the move. We step in here and we go here. Now I'm going to grab his head, and you see I'm grabbing it underneath, and I'm already trying to twist it a little bit to the side. So I grab and I twist already a little bit to the side. From there I'm going to hook my feet together, and now I have his head locked like this. Now I can let this hand go, I can lean backwards, and I can twist my body. I'm doing this. 1, 2. I'm neck cranking him. It's the same move. His head goes from here, and now I'm pushing it forward. That is the move. One more time. We're sitting. He's hooking his hands. I bring over. This. 1, 2. Keep holding him, and already neck crank him a little bit. Let's do this from this side. Here. 1. He's laying backwards. I'm pulling him up. You see, and he's already facing me right now. Facing me. I support it with my other knee. My other foot is hooked. And now I make sure that this one is going to bend there, and this one is going to push down. I can let this one go, and I twist my hips and neck crank him. Another nice little neck crank. I saw Minoru Suzuki finishing somebody with this move, and I thought, hey, that's a pretty cool move. So I figured, let's show it to you. All right, I'm going to put this knee on his jaw first of all. So I'm going to go up high here. Now I'm going to put this knee here on the ground, there, and I'm going to catch his head. I'm going to hook my feet and watch. I keep this arm like this. I'm not going to sit up, of course, but I'm just sitting for you right now so you can see that the arm is still caught. I'm laying like this, and now I'm going to twist my upper body to the side. I'm going to twist the neck. Let's do it from this side, when his legs are here, just so that you can see the crank. Playing side mount, sitting here, put the knee on the jaw, put the foot here, the other knee there, I'm sorry, cross your feet, switch, twist. One more time from this side, from this angle, see if you can have a better view, alright? Put the knee on the jaw, then put this knee behind his head, then put your feet together, hook them, and then you're going to twist. Okay, 1, here, 2, it's here. Put your feet together, and now from here I twist to this side. That's a neck crank. A nice little thing that you can do with it is going right away for an arm bar. Again, another one from the side mount position. Press his hand down, go underneath, and it looks now like you're going for a figure 4. You're not. You're just going to keep it in place here. Press it hard on his chest. But what you can see, his head is coming up, okay? So now let's turn to this side. I think you can see what I'm going to do. See, I'm sitting here, and his head is coming up. I'm going, step over his head, and now I'm going to fold to the side, hook my feet, and I'm going to stretch my legs, and that's it, choke. From a different angle, all right? Now, first of all, if his arm is here, you bring it over under here, and then lay on it. Push his hands down, go for the figure 4, okay? This is the figure 4 we had. We're just pressing it on his chest. We're not going to go for a reverse figure 4, for an arm bar, no. We're not going to do that. We're just going to hold it here, and we're going to lift him to the side. Now I'm going to reposition myself, and I'm going to let myself drop. The back of my knee is underneath his jaw. This is pressing on his chest, and I was simply stretching my legs. And I'm choking him. You're doing this. 1, 2. That's what you're doing. Only with his head in between. 1, 2. That's a choke. Another one, very strange one, but you will be amazed how many people you can tap with this one because it's just a strange thing. And again, if you do it fast, then it will tap. The escape is pretty easy. We will show you right away after I show you the choke, okay? We're sitting in this position, my hand is here. Keep your hand ready because you're going to hook your fingers with this hand and your elbow is going to slide to this side. Okay, so you're going to grab and slide to this side. One, grab it, slide to this side, and now squeeze everything together till he taps. The escape for him would be this. Okay? Good. Turn to the side. Now it's going to be a neck crank, but it's going to be very difficult to neck crank here. Plus, it's probably going to push, slip off right away. So the escape is like any choke. Sometimes I say it in pride, as a commentator, I can't understand that people actually tap from chokes like this. They sit in a low position and they do this. That's the escape, what he's doing right now. The only thing he has to do is look to the left for him. So if I'm here and I'm pushing on his windpipe, that's it. That's the escape. And still people tap. I don't know why, but hey, the escape is look to the left or look to the right. There you go. The Bas Rutten neck crank. How could I forget this? I show you a clip also a little bit later where I do it on a Japanese guy, and there you can see it really works. You have to work fast. You have to go fast because, again, position before submission. I've been talking to you many times now about this. If I'm like this, he can turn me. So watch out. Hold everything. Keep holding his tricep. If he tries to throw me over, boom. Got the tricep so he can't escape the back door. Go back. Now you have to go fast. You're going to grab his leg, stretch your leg, grab, close your leg. Very important. If I bring it closed here, hey, I cannot get in. How smart is that? You'll be surprised how many people do this wrong. Just stretch your leg and grab it and put it back. This also is very high. The lower it is, it's no effect. Here, I got leverage. Now I simply put my knees together. Oh, I closed it. I locked up his hands so he couldn't tap. But you heard him already. Okay, just squeeze everything together and he will tap. It's a very easy submission. Now imagine that his legs are here and he's got strong legs. My arm can never beat this leg. So if he holds his leg there, try to hold it, and so I can grab it. What am I going to do? How am I going to bring my hand to my knee? It's easy. Bring your knee to your hand. Everybody always tries to use power to go, no, why? Simply do this. And then go for it. Same thing here. Now, we found the Bas Rutten neck crank. We thought, hey, there's no escape. But Jay Ackerman from Phoenix, he pulled somebody's head down. Do it on me. Push there and push to the front. Yeah. If he does that, I'm going to tap. But of course, right away, I let him do it on me, and I thought, okay, how can I stop this? It's easy, not easy. You have to be blessed with a little strong neck. Okay, once you start pushing your head forward, it's like a crucifix. He's going to push it forward. He's going to pull here forward, and he's going to push with his other hand down. It's a neck crank, what he's doing. You got to redirect this power to the side, and you're going to end up with your skull on his skull. He pulls it, and this is what I'm going to do. You see? He can't pull it anywhere anymore because now my head is against his head. And just for him doing this, I'm going to squeeze it extra, and he's going to pay. Chokes from somebody in my guard. What can I do? Now, he's going to make a very stupid mistake. He thinks he's going to crush my windpipe. Check this out. He's leaning on this. This is not a smart thing for him to do. He's actually doing it right now, as you can hear my voice. See? That's quite a difference, huh? I'm going to push this arm to the side, and right away I'm going to bring my head up, strap my arm around his neck, and we're going to apply a side choke. So he's pushing to this side and get it. While you're here, I always recommend stretch him from on the side, and from here, lay next to him and squeeze everything together. And then we have the side choke. Now sometimes they don't push the throat like this. Sometimes just maybe they lean like that. Now I can still push him to the side, but now I have to go up to him. He's not going to fall on me. Maybe he stays there, so I got to go to him. What I'm going to do is slow-mo, don't come down, go up, and I'm going to go up, and I'm going to catch him with the side choke, okay? So that's the move. He sits here, with the two hands, maybe he wants to punch, I go up, and now I catch him with the side choke. And then the rest you can do, stretch him down again, or try to twist him, and then finish him there. Same as the other one. Now, if the person is a very good wrestler, and he's got a very good pace, and you can't turn him, you can squeeze him out. You can push with your legs, push him down, and apply more pressure on his neck. I'll show you what I mean. He's here, you push him to the side, you got this, and see what I do. My hips move a little bit of my legs to his hips, and now I'm going to press down with my legs, and I apply the chokes like this. It makes it really tight if you do it like that. Okay, now the position. His arm is around your neck right now. I'm going to push him a little bit to the side and let him think I'm going to go for an armbar, which there is not. I'm just controlling his arm around. You see, there is nothing because there's nothing to pull through. But I don't go for an armbar. I want to go under here, grab everything together, make a high guard, and now I'm going to bend myself backwards like this. And that is a neck crank. See? Bending that. From this angle, it looks like this. You see what I'm doing? That is a neck crank. Triangle chokes. The trick is to pass one arm. That's the trick. You have to pass one arm, and then you can apply a triangle choke. So for him, it's always the best. I said this before, 2 arms out or 2 arms here inside. Never one in, because then I can start to go for a triangle choke. Okay? Now, let's do one first. He's sitting here. I'm pushing this to the side, and I keep pulling this arm. While I'm pulling this, slip it over, and right away you go into a triangle. The trick of the triangle is to move your hips to the side. A lot of people you see do this, and then they grab it, and they're going to start to work themselves to their toes. It takes way too much time. Look, if I twist my lower body like this in a 90-degree angle, the only thing I have to do right now is this. I catch him right away. A little pull of the head makes it even more powerful, and you got him. There is another way. Actually, there are way more ways. Imagine his hand is here, and you have one hand like this. You see Nogueira doing this a lot. Simply step over, and then go for the triangle again. Now, if his arm, by the way, is over here, and he really wants it over here, trust me, he doesn't want to have it here, because now you really apply a triangle choke, because this is what happens. This leg is cutting off this artery, and his own biceps is cutting off the other artery. That is the basic, the principle of the triangle choke. Okay? So he doesn't want to have that. So this arm, if this arm is here, and he's pushing it down, it's very difficult for me to bring it over. But why would I use power again? Simply buck up. No, keep it here. Try to keep it there. Simply buck up. See, there's nothing there. Push it to the side. Oh, and then pull him. I think he's going out. Yeah. Another arm pass. That's what I'm calling now, okay? Because we want to pass in one arm in order to get to the triangle choke. I did this. Grab this fist, grab it in his throat. He will think that I'm choking him right now. I'm pulling the top of his head and his own fist in his throat. He's not thinking about me passing the arm up, boom, and going for a triangle again. Watch. The elbow is here. Bring it over more to the side, and now push. Pull. Pull and buck up. That's what you do. And, of course, we have another one. This hand we have here. We're going to keep it on our chins, and I'm going to pull him on me. Keep it tight and just pass. Once it's passed, keep pulling this arm, and now you got to go over and keep everything tight, of course. Now, again, bring the elbow to the other side, makes it more tight, and pull the head. One more thing that you can do, I had a little cramp, that's why I open it up. To make it more tight is to bring your left foot to the side, you see? Makes everything way more tight. Okay, now I have a shitty position. I made a triangle, but I don't do it 100% good. Watch. My foot is here, and he's working his foot up. Now I can grab his leg here and turn myself in this position, and because I have his leg, I can also turn him on his side. There's a lot of fun things you can do now also. Arm, see, as an arm bar also, and you hear him already, he's maybe, yeah, oh, he's still up. I heard him snoring. Okay, we're going to escape the triangle choke. Now, once it's on, but we can always do the rampage slam. That is, if you're rampage. If you're that strong, you can lift somebody all the way up, slam them down, well, I would suggest to do that. But there are a few other little tricks that you can do. Okay, let's go over a few. Triangles, mate. 1, 2. Now, first of all, I told you with the triangle, I have to try to bring this arm to this side and press it as hard as I can. Now I want to grab his neck, but I can't. Put your head back. See, I can't grab his neck. So what do? Okay, I bring him a little bit to here so we have a better picture. Watch out. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to bend his neck. Now I can grab the top of his hand and I will simply fall backwards. For sure, he's going to let go. Once he lets go, a nice little thing that you can do right away from the stretching is go into a knee bar. You see his arm is caught, and you start it with knee bars. I told you, sometimes you catch an arm, but that doesn't matter. It makes actually the whole leg lock, the knee bar stronger. The next one. Now, we got to move to the side, and I'm going to put my knee on his jaw. The tighter he's going to hold me, the more pressure he's going to receive on his neck. Because once I'm on his neck with my knee, I'm going to pull myself upwards. So all the pressure that he receives, he's doing it to himself. So he has to let go. Check it out. Got to try and move to the side. Hold him, because otherwise he's going to move away. Go over here, put your knee, and now just try to then let go. Pretty much the same thing. But now I'm not going to put my knee on his jaw. I'm simply going to step over his foot and I'm going to walk away. Watch. Look, we've got the triangle. I'm going to stand up over and I'm going to pull myself out. Another one. He's telegraphing now because he's got his foot on the hip. He's already past one arm, so you know he's going to go for triangle. As soon as he wants to close it, you're going to put your knee up. Bring it up here. Trust me, he's not going to close it. And if he's going to close it, I'm simply going to lean back and I'm going to break it and get out. All right, again, last resort, we're going to do with something. We're going to step with both of my feet under his armpits and now I'm going to push myself away. Watch. He's going to get it. I'm going to get up under the armpits and I'm going to push myself out. Okay, one last one. Amir just told me that. With regards to Freddy from the Fight Factory, he did it to him. He broke the triangle choke like that. Okay? Okay, here we go. He's got it on. Stand up. Cross your feet over him. Cross and pull yourself out. Okay, a few other ones, but these ones are more, they're a little ridiculous. I mean, a real fighter won't tap, but you never know. Maybe you fight a striker and he gets confused and he taps right away. And if you explode it, it could be very effective. A thing like this, simple, put a fist here and pull as hard as you can. That could already do the trick. But this defense would be simply this, okay? But you can surprise somebody with it. The same as this. I got him here, hold him on his throat, high on his head. With my hand, I grab the back of his shoulder. This one I'm going to push up. And I'm going to choke him like this till he taps. The defense for this is looking to the side. Looking to the side. Ooh, I hear his neck popping. But it's more of a neck break now, but he can hold this. The trick is always when somebody pushes on your throat to look to the side or even to look to that side. Because now the pressure is off the throat. But again, you can surprise him with it. Okay, then there's another one. It's a pretty cool one. It's like a side choke. I do it with my shoulder. I grab him around his neck. My shoulder, my biceps is going to cut off this artery. And with my fist, I'm going to cut off this artery. I'm going to put it in here together. And then with my hand pulling, everything together will make the choke. Watch, it's a blood choke. I go in high and deep. I sit here. This one cuts off this artery. This fist cuts off this. But now I need power to drill this fist in his throat. I'm going to grab it in here. And I'm going to squeeze it in like this. That's the side choke also. It's a side choke. And then the blood choke. The escape, show me the escape for it, would be going under there and break it. That would be the escape. But if you keep everything really tight, and he's tired already, it's deep into the fight, you might tap right away. Another one, if he sits like this, I'm going to escape the back door. Officially, I would use this to escape this position and try to climb on his back. But I realized while I was doing that I could apply the boss with an exorcist move. But that move you're going to see a little bit later, okay? Now, you're going to grab his arm and you're going to go underneath here. Underneath, bring it over to the other side. Now watch, I'm pressing his shoulder on the ground. This is very important. And as you can see, with my hand, I can already make a wrist lock. Don't think that's going to be the finishing move. It's just a little extra hint, but it could happen that this is not going to be the finishing move. Now maybe, but in a fight with all the adrenaline rushing and running through your system, they're not going to feel it. They're going to feel. I'm going to cross face him. A cross face, you remember, we slide it in. Go here, slide it into this side, and see how my fingers are. Let's move a little bit to this side so you can see. My fingers are like that. I'm going to grab him, and now I'm going to twist his head off. Keep pressure on his shoulder, very important, and then twist his head off to this side. Okay, now I'm in his guard. It's going to be very difficult to neck crank or to choke him because there are not many options. There is the simple can opener, but it's very easy to escape. If you simply just going to pull off my elbows, it's not going to work. But hey, why not try it? Maybe the guy is not experienced. He's a striker. He's not a submission artist. Maybe that's going to happen. Hey, maybe it's going to be a street fight and the guy doesn't know anything. They're going to tap for sure. Okay, it's also a good way to open up the guard. But if he doesn't open the guard, he's going to get neck cranked. The thing is, I gotta have to go all the way to the top of his head. Because if I grab his neck, I can pull whatever I want, but there's no leverage. And I need leverage. So my elbow needs to be high, and I need to grab the top of his head. Now if he tries to pull back, go, see, he can't do it. I can use my leverage now, even with one arm. Wow. Okay, we're going to use two arms, because two arms is more power than one. Here we go. Two, lean forward, and now we neck crank him, and simply push, keep pushing, till he's going to tap. Okay, the defense for this, like I said, pull the arms up. I'm going to do this, and you can push the arms up. That's the defense. Very easy. What he also can do is skip his hips out. One, two, skips his hips out. Now there's no more pressure on his neck. And if he's a good submission artist, he might catch me. Oh, he can push me away, but he can also armbar me. Hey, he can even sweep me. This one I really like. And why? Because I developed it. It's a crazy move. If you don't do it fast enough, he can escape. But this is a move, a situation that nobody will do. It's just a really weird thing to do. I'm going to lift him up, go around his neck, underneath his armpits, and I'm going to put him back on his back, and then I'm going to simply, it's like a crucifix. I'm going to crucifix him. Okay? Now, it might look strange, and you might think, hey, that will never work. But like I said before, nobody's going to expect that you're going to do this. Watch this. I'm laying in his guard, and I'm going a little bit upwards like this. And while I'm laying here, suddenly I'm going to pull him up like this. Up, and pull him back on the guard. Now once he's here, I'm going to lean backwards with my right shoulder, and I'm going to neck crank him. Watch this. From this side, I'm going to put in, I'm going to lean back like that. If you want to apply more pressure, I'm going to put one knee here on his butt. I'm going to press his butt up, and then I'm going to lean back. That will give a lot of more pressure. Chokes from the mount. Here we go. First of all, I'm going to show you a choke that I would not use. I see people using it still in Pride, UFC, other big companies. It's a crazy choke because you can be reversed very easy. I'll show you why. They put an arm around the neck, and now they go for this choke. Look, if he locks up my foot like he's doing right now when he turns me to the side, I'm on my back, and I lose my position. So that choke I don't really like. You can do it, and if you do it, put your feet out like this so he can't turn you to the side. Okay, so that's what we're going to do first. We're going to sit here. Once the arm is under, we're going to put our feet out like that, both to the side, so I cannot be reversed. From here, I'm going to grab my biceps real tight, just behind my triceps also. Make everything real tight. This elbow is going to push down, and I'm going to squeeze everything together, and that will be the choke. His defense would be to turn to the side, you see, because now there's no more pressure on the front, but on the side. So that is the defense for this choke. Remember, if you do it, keep your feet out like that, otherwise you're going to be reversed. This one we also did from a different position. You remember, with my biceps, I'm going to cut off one artery, and with my fist, I'm going to cut off the other artery. Again, I put two arms around his neck so he can reverse me. Watch out for that. So, put your feet out like this. Again, make sure that he cannot turn you to the left or to the right, all right? We go around the neck. We're going to push our fist here on his throat. The biceps is going to push on the other side. I'm going to grab my wrist, and I'm going to ram my fist into his throat and squeeze everything together, and that is the blood choke. This one actually, when I make everything really tight, it's very difficult for him to escape. Because now, it's very difficult for him to get underneath my armpit. See, if I'm laying all the way here. It's very difficult to escape this one. The side choke. Now, not everybody's going to lay like this, but like every submission, you have to wait for the right opportunity, okay? Now, imagine the legs here, or maybe you're pressing on your neck. That's exactly what I want. Go under his neck, and then push the arm to the side, and we're going to go for the side choke again. 1, 2, grab it, and now I would go out of the mount to the side here, lay down, and squeeze everything together. Finish the side choke. Another one, and now the triangle choke. We already saw this one when he was in my guard, but we can also do it now while I'm in the mount position. Watch this. I'm going to press his hand in his throat, and I'm going to pull his head. I'm pulling his head also to create space to sweep my leg around. 1, I'm sitting here, and look, 2, I'm going to go around. Now I got to push this arm to this side and lean here, grab my foot, go here, bring this over to the other side, and now simply pull, and we have the guillotine. Oh, triangle choke. Another one. I'm not going to say this is going to work, but you can always try. Again, if you don't shoot, you always miss. Normally, when you wear a steel cup, I would use the cup to do this. Right now, I'm not wearing anything. I have underwear on, don't worry. I'm going to use my fist. I make a strong fist, because a weak fist is not going to do anything. But watch, the reaction of people once they get punched there, if he's already coming up with his head. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay this on his plexus, and then push my belly on it, and his head is going to come up. I move all around it, grab it, back, and I squeeze. Let's take a look at this same one, but in a slow-mo effect now, because that was a little bit strange of an angle. Let's see what happens. I'm pressing here, his head comes up. I'm going to go around, and you see, I slide it in all the way here. You see, I have it here. Now I'm going to grab it, and now I'm going to underhook my feet under him. I'm going to lean on my head here. 1, and now I'm bucking up, and I squeeze, and I finish the move. Now, let's go for some chokes, all right? We're going to trap this arm. How are we going to trap it? Like this. See? 1, 2. It's caught. You got to go fast now. Slide in, like I said. Slide in, grab the biceps, and I'll pull your shoulder back. And that is the choke. Okay, but now he defends. And he defends like this. He puts his jaw like there. No, right straight on there. This, by the way, what he was doing before, that's the right way. We're going to go over that in a little bit. If he does this, I want you to come up and then go all around him, and with the inside here of your arm, you're going to go against his jaw. It's very strange to explain. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go all the way around, and now I'm going to grab my elbow. This hand is going to be loose. It's not going to grab my biceps, otherwise I can't close the distance. And now I'm squeezing his jaw into his throat. So what I'm doing without him is this. 1, 2. You see, I'm closing the distance. His own jaw will be pulled in his throat, and that will choke him. One more time. If you sit like that, you're sitting here, just defend it. Go all the way around it. Grab it. and pull it backwards. Okay, we have another one. The boss Rutan exorcist move. Might as well do it right away. Okay, let's move to this side so that people can see what's going to happen. First of all, control. This is good control. Push your legs down, keep this, his wrists tight, so everything is under control. He can't roll out, okay? Now we're going to do something really strange. I'm going to open my guard here, and I'm going to go in between, and I'm going to lock this hip up like this. Show it. This is the way I lock the hip up. Now, once that is done, he cannot roll to this side anymore. There's no way he can roll to this side. See, so now I can let this hand go because he cannot roll to this side. Hey, wait a minute. If I cross face him now, and let's go to this side, whoop, so that people can see it. I cross face him. Now I can let go here, grab my hand, and twist his head off. One more time from a different angle. Watch. I got the control. I'm going to let one leg go underneath, and then lock up this hip. I secure his right hip. He cannot turn to the right anymore. That's it. So I can let this go. I don't need it anymore. Now I'm going to cross face him to this side. And once he's here, I can let this one go. Because I cross face him, he cannot move to that side anymore. I'm holding this, and I'm going to twist his head off. And listen, if they're very flexible, do this. Go over his head, grab it, and go like this. Okay? But that's for the very flexible persons. And another one. First of all, we are going to trap this arm like we did before. 1, 2. Put that foot on the ground. Don't let him escape. Okay? Very important. Grab him by the throat and pull yourself a little bit up. And now watch. I'm going to stretch out his arm. Now you got to go fast. I'm going to let this leg go and go around him, and I go around the back of my knee. I still got his throat here. And now if I push here inside, I'll choke him. I have another nice move here. Look, I can pull his arm to this side. He will also tap. And another choke is simply sit up and now squeeze everything together. And then for sure he will tap. How to defend a choke. Now, this is so easy. I still can understand that people get caught in chokes, okay? Of course, if you set it up the right way, they might surprise you and then you get choked. There's a very simple way. If he's going to slide in on this side, just do this. Watch what I'm doing without the hand. I'm pushing my shoulder against my jaw as hard as I can. Try to choke. There's no way he's going to get under. There's no way. And if you feel that he's going to get under, imagine that he managed a little bit, okay, something's going to happen, you simply pull it out again. But normally, when I train, when people try to choke me, I don't even need my hands. I just lay there and I just lay like this. There's nothing they can do. There's simply nothing they can do. Now, if I want to get out of this situation, because, of course, you do not want to stay here, you can roll out. Now, if he goes to this side, then I want to roll to that side. Now watch what I'm going to do. I let him try to choke me, he's busy, and I'm going to lean on this side. Once I'm leaning on this side, I post this foot out, and now I'm going to explode to this side into him. And now I'm going to be in his guard. It's always a better position than when he has your back.